Hey there, it's Rob here. Best wishes to each and every one of you out there. Believe it or not, we are in the final stretch of Act 4 here, and we'll be doing yet another Q&A episode after the act wraps up. So if you have any questions for us that you'd like to hear included in our conversation, start sending those our way. Hit us up on the socials or at info@darknexuspodcast.com. Anything at all, big things, little things, whatever is on your mind. As always, thank you to everyone supporting us over on Patreon, especially Paveo, Christopher, Joe, Mark, Brett, and the Dodger. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We could not keep doing this without you. Please consider joining them if you can, and rate, review, and subscribe wherever you listen. Now, back to the Indigo Gorgon. Welcome back to Dark Nexus. Tonight, it's Act 4, Chapter 186. It's mid-morning on the last day of Farast. The miraculous banquet conjured out of thin air by Pandora that just fed a small army of people in the common room of the Indigo Gorgon, that banquet has wound down now. All the neighbors and guests have thanked you profusely and moved on to whatever their days hold ahead of them. Estatira and Farin, after marveling at how the enormous spread just magically cleaned itself up, have also shared their gratitude and wonder, I imagine. And they've moved on to their various morning duties about the inn. And now the six of you have a quiet corner of the place completely to yourselves. Pandora, Dabwick, Gripper, Bash, Theraval, and Neb. Pandora's been doing so much hosting and so much talking, I imagine she's probably quite bushed. Bash has noticeably been keeping to himself this past hour, do remember, despite being the only other member of the party that actually speaks the local language. And the rest of you have been feasting and doing your best to chat with those among the gathering that speak some Taldane, which would have been, a few of them, but, it would have taken some focus and concentration. And then you all sit down together and properly meet eyes for the first time this day, and you all see it in each other's eyes. That communication from the prisoner that you all just experienced.
I think one of the first things Pandora does is send a message to Theraval that lets him know that as far as she knows, Neb has not been seated.
Great heads up. Because everybody else at the table would already know that or suspect that, right? Yeah.
So.
Okay, so you're sharing...
She doesn't know if Theraval
You're sharing
knows
main
that.
party info with Theraval.
Yeah.
To protect, potentially, Neb. Awesome.
Yeah.
So, we moved on to other stuff immediately after that dream last chapter, but let's do revisit and talk it out. What did you see? What did you learn? How are your characters all feeling about it? And when this particular subplot started now 22 chapters ago, there seemed to be a general consensus kind of driven by Bash that the Yithians were genocidal monsters. And maybe you still might feel that way about their species as a whole, but there was also this driving question to the effect of, as kind of, I think Pandora was pushing, like, okay, yes, but who is this prisoner and what do they actually specifically want from us and why? Well, Kaklatoth has revealed a lot more since then. So where are your characters with all of this?
I think Pandora's very fixated on Kaklatoth knows where Neruzavin is. And that may be our only recourse for following Lowell's.
With his newly increased wisdom.
Yeah.
Grip agrees. He's like, I don't see a path pointing us anywhere else. He's trying to see if is Bash still avoiding his eyes.
Oh, most definitely. No, Bash is head down, still just eating his food. And the food that he has chosen is the closest thing to water and gruel and hardtack that existed on that thing.
And just remind me, I know that the two of you have not talked out loud to each other since then, but nobody has said anything about what the two of you were tripping on in terms of the corpse orgy to anyone else yet, right? I believe that's how we left it.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. And he's also like rubbing the brand
on the back of his neck. Yep.
Well, it looks like we're going to have to go back there.
It seems inevitable, the way she speaks of it.
Yeah, but
In
how do we know
perspective,
she's
we
telling
already
the
have.
truth?
Is there a sense motive check to be made on the dream?
Yeah, why not? It's fun to roll dice. Roll some dice.
31.
30 from Theraval, but it seems especially hard for him to be able to sense motive from this, but he got a 30.
But you can, without being part of the context, you
Yeah.
can still tell when someone is dissembling.
And maybe this is just Theraval's nature too, of like, Theraval seems like a dude just opens himself up
to vibes.
To vibes and the experience.
Yeah.
And I think if Pandora is leading with I detected nothing essentially but open and honest communication, I think Theraval's immediate gut sense would be that's exactly what I felt too.
There's no way to dissemble
Yeah.
through the dream.
Yeah.
What language is she speaking?
Okay.
You're waiting for someone to ask this question.
No, but I think it's a great question. So if that question comes up, it might be revealed that you all heard it
You all
in
heard it
whatever
something
language
else.
you are most comfortable in.
Interesting.
So in that case, Dabwick may have heard it in Druidic, Halfling, who knows? With Pandora, God knows. Something, let's, for fun's sake, something completely random, like one of the 17 languages you speak that...
Is it really 17?
I don't know, it's a lot.
It's insane.
It's insane.
ridiculous. Yeah.
I think for Bash, it would be Verizian. It would like somehow strike like a primal first language beat.
Yeah.
And for Grip, Orcish? Yeah, something like that. And Elvish for Theraval,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
It's 18, and I still have one that I don't know
We
yet.
still have one to fill in.
Bash is specifically not trying to sense motive on it because he doesn't actually want to know whether or not this thing is telling the truth. He's just putting up arguments.
He's kicking and screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does not want to go.
Yeah. I gotcha.
So now, the way the two of us are behaving right now is the opposite of how it was described to us, how we were back in the day, where Grip wanted to avoid any mention or talk of the corpse orgy. And no, I don't know what this means exactly, but that, was it Roni then?
It was Roni then.
Roni was kind of leaning into it, whatever that meant. So there's a bit of a reversal.
Yes. There's been a big change.
That I think Grip is like very aware of.
Now with his 14 wisdom?
12.
12. All right. Don't go crazy.
Yeah, but still, that's
above average.
a big difference.
Yeah.
I'm wiser than your average schmo now.
Yeah, you are.
So Grip very much has this. That's why he keeps trying to make eye contact with you. He's like, we're gonna have to fucking talk about this. Is what his eyes are trying to drill into your head.
And Bash's eyes are veering down and to the left and going, no, we don't. No, we don't.
Totally schizophrenic situation here for both Robert and Paul. But I'm going to try to keep bringing the others of you up.
The others of you.
Right? Because I know, obviously, like when you're playing a character here, it's easy to get into the like, all right, this is my point of view now. What's happening? How do I respond to it? So let's start, Paul, with Neb. Zero context for any of this. What does he want to know? And does he feel comfortable talking to these people? And who among them does he feel comfortable with?
Right. So
A lot of questions.
I think Neb is hyper alert to what they're sensing from little tension here, a little shift in weight there, a change of tone, a sharpness of breath, just any signal that they can pick up, and avoiding eye contact at the same time. Okay. Petting Frederick.
Hey, buddy.
And keeping their eye focused on Frederick. There's a huge elephant in the room that they're on a peripheral awareness of and don't know how to penetrate it.
Neb's very smart. Is he wise also? Like perceptive wise?
Yeah, it's a 14 wisdom.
But like no ranks in sense motive, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Had a very isolated life.
Very
Like,
much
not
so.
accustomed to reading other people, right?
That's right.
I think Pandora might reach out with a message to Neb as well.
Yeah.
Are you all right?
I think Neb smiles at that and looks up at you and speaks out loud.
Where do you think my Ulf went?
I think Ulf went with someone that we do not trust. Someone very dangerous.
Our story's not done, see. There's more to be said between us. Where are you going?
I think we're going to a place called Okano.
Bash gets up, banging his knees into the table.
Excuse me.
Dabwood clocks that.
He leaves?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Did I say something wrong?
No, I did.
Pandora looks at Grip.
Yeah.
I'll go talk to him. I'm gonna
think
follow.
that would be
I'm gonna
best.
follow Bash.
Okay.
Also banging my knees on the table.
Just because of your size. Just because of your size.
Can't help it.
But in a more comedic fashion the second time around.
So now we're left with Pandora, Neb, Dabwick, and Theraval.
Yeah.
We haven't heard from Dabwick yet, but should we bounce to somebody else first, or are you ready to jump in with that?
Well, I think Dabwick's position is related to the four people who were chosen at first. One of them's gone now.
Are they?
One of them isn't here right
One of them
now,
isn't here right now. One of them isn't part of this
as far as we know.
as far as we know.
The four chosen. I'm not sure which four you're talking
Oh,
about now.
Ray.
Okay, the original.
The original four.
Episode 1-4.
The OG, the original.
Yeah, gotcha.
original
Okay.
Who
four.
you would have understand Kaklata thinking of as not quite their saviors, but somehow cruxes. Like they actually did mean the original four, not the four they have been talking to lately, which is now Dabwick instead. That there is
There's some discrepancy. of
something
time.
there that
But still a connection they can follow. Even though they're not the original four, there is still something that allows them to have that channel.
But when were they transmitting
Yeah.
that? When was that idea happening in their head? When did they transmit it to you?
Right.
Yes. Yeah. There's a little bit of that going on.
Right.
Timey-wimey.
There's a lot of timey-wimey bullshit happening in this particular subplot here.
Yes.
But
So Dabwick's concerned with how they fit into that picture, knowing that they're going along with this journey.
Right.
There's no doubt about it. They're going to try and free Ilari.
Ilari.
Yeah.
It sounds like Dabwick is really separating Kaklatoth from Ilari. Or thinking of Kaklatoth as Ilari.
Thinking of Kaklatoth as Ilari in the tactical sense.
Okay.
The thing that we need to rescue is in the shape of an old woman. And we need to rescue them from some impossible fortress that Dabwick hasn't envisioned yet.
Yeah,
Right?
knows very little about.
Right.
And presumably, you would know based on what little you know about the Great Race, Ilari's mind is somewhere.
Yeah.
Probably in Kaklatoth's body that it can't return to. So there is an Ilari somewhere, actually, too, who may or may not be either innocent or a victim in all of this. Kind of unknown still.
So someone came in and switched bodies with her and then like stuck her in this.
Kaklatoth did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But Kaklatoth could have asked for permission, or Kaklatoth could have just done it. We don't know yet.
But somehow Kaklatoth got pinched while in
Can't go-
Ilari's body.
Can't go back.
But like put in jail.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like that had to have happened sometime, because Kaklatoth wouldn't have chosen that body if it was someone
No,
just in prison.
She'd been in it for 60 years.
Right.
Yeah. So at some point after you all left,
She lived a life that got her thrown in that
picked
cell.
up by Knoll slavers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Which is
I
weird
wonder-
because why would they keep
I wonder if they know
a
what
lady
she
that
is.
old a lot? Like why?
Yep. Certainly questions.
I wonder if they know what she is.
So that's Dabwick's POV. So Neb, meanwhile, I think there's something. Neb thinks there's something more to Ulf than we're letting on, right? I mean, we've already. You have made the leap. I think Dabwick's made the leap that Ulf is on their way to Neruzavin.
Ulf is with Wirelai,
Yeah.
who was headed to Neruzavin.
And was supposedly Wirelai's way to Neruzavin. Right?
Yep.
I think, not to play it out, but Dabwick might try to explain to Neb that
No, play it out, play it out.
no, that your flea's on a journey with someone else, and we think we know where this flea is going, and it's at the end of this end game that we're all playing right now. Some way to tie Neb's journey into our trajectory without Jamandor.
Yes, but what about Shamandor?
Yeah, that's what. So I think that's what Pandora would add on to that. That
This is a very dangerous journey that you may want to consider carefully whether it is in your best interest to make. What happened when Ulf abandoned you?
He cut me off. It was
Sudden?
immediate, strange. Why cultivate such power and abandon me? There's some greater purpose.
That purpose could be nefarious.
This creature that Ulf attached to, do you know where they were headed?
They were headed ultimately where we are headed. Not Okano, but beyond. And not a very nice place. You've been given a second chance.
Yes. Maybe I can do some good with it.
There are many, many ways to do good.
Yes. I think I should like to go with you.
Pandora takes that in. She believes in free will.
I hope that I have impressed upon you the dangers. This is not something I would recommend.
She seems extremely sad, but she can't explain any more without risking.
It's the Stasi conundrum all over again.
Yeah.
We need you to understand how dangerous this is,
Yeah.
but I can't tell you why and I can't tell you how. And I'm not
and
going to take your agency
So
from you.
this is
but-
what she says.
Yeah.
We've dealt with this before. Our friend Stasi, the red hat, you remember her?
Yes.
We warned her of these dangers, and I believe she did not understand until it was too late. And then her course was set, and she had no more choices. Now, for someone like her, that was the way of things. But for you, Neb, it needn't be that way.
It's funny. You know, I have not made many choices. And I think I would like to choose to follow you. If that's all right.
Tears in her eyes.
Of course.
Okay, now Theraval is hearing this particular dynamic for the very first time as well. I think we'll have to, at some point, given Theraval's existing investment, at some point we'll probably do a little bit of a hand wave of like, we've caught Theraval up on XYZ, but I think as of yet that hasn't quite fully happened yet, because you just came back from death.
Which XYZ?
I know,
exactly?
right? We'll have to decide that. But I think at the moment, he's just come back from death. He's had this weird dream. He's participated in the banquet, and then here's this conversation.
He's seated.
Yes.
And he came
Yeah.
back from death still seated.
Yes. And we know that obviously he's open and he's invested, but there's this whole other half of the mission that he knows nothing about.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Friend, you must know, the rest of us, and I am including me in that, have been changed. Physically. And I ask that you not ask me to tell you more. Because telling you more will do you harm. So, because I too would like to follow, I think you have to know there's going to be times where you are going to feel left out. You are going to feel excluded. Stasi felt these things. She told me. Most of her time spent with these people, she felt excluded and left out. But then it happened to her, and she understood. What I want for you, my strange friend, is for you to not understand.
You're very thoughtful. And should some harm come to me because of you, I can say with all my heart, you are forgiven. My experience hasn't been... I haven't been able to make many choices. And I haven't lived without being led. I'm a bit at a loss, you see? Little furry Frederick here doesn't appear to be much of the leader type.
Hey, buddy, I'm pretty concerned about what they're saying is going to happen to us. I'm relying on you to protect me. I mean, look, if you think it's a good idea, then I'll totally do it, but... Running in circles on your lap.
Yes. You don't understand what
No.
Frederick just said, but
No.
Neb is smiling and nodding and petting Frederick, who's chirping up at them. And
Pandora totally understands. She doesn't understand what he's saying, but understands this dynamic.
Sure. Neb looks up and says, I want to do this now. There's a journey ahead of me, and I believe my journey is with you.
And all I shall say is that you are welcome, and you are also welcome to depart as you choose at any time. But know that there may come a time where you become beholden to this journey, which grieves me. But it is your choice, Neb, and I respect it.
I will consider deeply all that you've said, and your feelings are important to me.
And let's leave those four.
Yeah.
Where did Bash go, and where does Grip follow him to?
Bash went to the bar and got the strongest bottle of liquor that he could get and is taking it up to the room.
All right, that's where Gripper finds him.
And he is pouring a shot and drinking it, and then pouring another shot and drinking it,
Yeah.
and pouring another shot and drinking it.
Boil.
Don't you dare say you're not sleeping tonight.
I got 2 words for you. Poison. Poison.
Yeah,
Immunity.
Can you even
Is
get
this
drunk
him?
anymore?
Is this him discovering he can't
This
get
is him
drunk?
discovering that he cannot get drunk.
That's great.
Great timing.
Frustrating
Great
would that
timing.
be? Okay, so Gripper finds this going on.
What you doing there, boy?
Trying to forget.
You know we're gonna have to go there.
I don't know shit.
All right, well, what do you want to do next?
Drink this?
Well, pour me one then.
It's your funeral.
You're still conjuring? No.
No, my con is great.
The only chance I'll ever have to
drink
have
him
a
under the
drinking
table.
contest.
At 10 in the morning.
Well, when you're done drinking that, you're either going to quit or you're going to do what's next. What's that going to be?
You know, I never respond real well to people telling me what to do.
I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you there's going to be two choices.
Well, there's a lot more than two choices in this world.
Well, there's continue what we're doing and then anything else. So you're right. That's a lot of choices. But the first one you're going to have to make is, are we continuing what we're doing? You don't have to answer me right now. I'm not trying to force your fucking hand into anything. But it's the truth. We're going to have to face that place again. I'm going to have to face that place again.
You don't have to.
I'm not walking away. I can't.
Why?
To do what? To live with this thing in my head and not even try to fucking set anything close to right that we have fucked up? I want nothing more than to go and hide on that fucking boat for the rest of my life. But I'll wind up killing all those folk if I do, while this thing is still in my head and this job is left undone. And I'm not going to say any names, but I know there's folks you care about.
Bash is looking at you when you say that.
I'm looking back. That's all I'll say about that. But I don't know. Maybe I don't know who Bash is anyway.
You know me. I lived in that shithole with you for I don't even know how many years.
Brody did.
Well, Bash has all his memories too.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't want to see that fucking thing either. And maybe we won't have to. Maybe it can be avoided. But for me, Okano can't be avoided. I think that's next. And I don't want to go there without you. But if that's what it has to be, that's what it has to be.
You know, remember when we were crossing the desert? And we just let it all go? One of the things that I let go was this idea of vengeance, getting even. And I really did. Like, I don't feel angry about stuff in the same way that I did. But I think about that place, and I just want to burn it to the fucking ground.
Well, we can't do it if we don't go there.
You saying if we go there, we're going to burn that place to the fucking ground?
If that's what it takes,
Is that what you're saying?
I'll burn the place to the ground. Fuck those fucking slavers.
So we're not going just to get that fucking thing out of there.
Getting that fucking thing, as you call it, is what we need to do next. But if so, because that's the mission, son. That's the mission. But you know, if a couple of fucking Knoll slavers get their heads cut off in the meantime, well, that's just gravy, isn't it?
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying like taking out a couple Knoll slavers. I'm saying, are we going to burn that place to the fucking ground?
Let's give it a try. I don't know if stone burns, but
We could try to find out.
if anyone can make something that will catch stone on fire, I bet it's you and your fucking bottles over there.
This bottle isn't doing shit.
No, it's not.
Well, you want me to finish that off for you, though? Someone should get drunk off it.
I don't even think there's any fucking alcohol in this thing.
Oh, no,
There is.
No. It's pretty boozy at that.
No, seriously, look at this.
Oh, slow down.
You're wasting it.
You're wasting
Johnny,
a perfectly
That's
good
just
drunk.
wasting it.
Nothing. See?
All right.
Steady as a rock.
Yeah, but that's the hand you shoot with.
Nice. So, we got some things to take care of today. I got a little short list here, and you may have some things on your mind to add to it.
It's just a question.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sister Thier,
Yeah,
she went back in.
she did.
And she activated the wards.
She did this morning.
So stupid.
Are those corrupt? Like, is she now there with Shoggoths and Hounds of Tyndalos?
Yes.
I mean, she's probably not now.
Well, probably not.
Probably dead now.
Yeah.
But that did not reset.
Well, she had to go down to the antechamber to turn the wards on.
Yeah.
So
she could be in
she
the
could be in
antechamber.
antechamber just waiting to die.
yeah.
Yeah. Because in X many days, the whole thing.
3 days. Yeah. Basically, what happens? I can now tell you what does happen, since I think the first time you ever heard that was when you didn't know what was going on. Basically, the gates are forever disjoined, so the place continues to
Everything
exist. There's just no way to get to it.
Yeah.
So no way to get out. No way to get in, no way to get out, no way to find it, because it's still protected from divination.
Willy
It's
Wonka's
just,
chocolate.
yeah, it's perfectly sealed. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So, we know both Theraval and Neb have 2 permanent negative levels. To get rid of 1 permanent negative level requires a casting of restoration.
Right.
That will only do 1. So that's 4 restorations just for the 2 of them. On
then
top of
2
that,
more.
2 more on top of that for Gripper's 2 remaining drained ability
So
scores.
the question I have is only how many. I think I had some diamond dust that we got for non-detection, but since I didn't take
And
that
stone skin.
anymore, we gave it to you for stone skin. So how many doses of that do we have? Because I can take restoration tomorrow and cast it as many times as we need.
That's a pretty awesome ability. So what you're
Yes.
looking at is 1,000 gold pieces worth of diamond dust for each negative level. And you're looking at 100 gold pieces each for each
That
ability
we've got,
score
I
drained.
believe.
I'm almost positive you
Yeah.
can probably do that.
So I have 8 things of 100 gold pieces of diamond dust.
Okay.
So we're going to
800.
need to go buy
You will have to buy some.
4,000.
We got 7,000 in cash. We've got 9,600 of saleable
it.
things.
Yeah. So you got the money. If we want to do
gotta go get
a little bit of leveraging of that stuff and do some of that casting tomorrow, it's amazing that Pandora can do that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming Theraval can do it too, but I don't know how the negative levels affect you, so I just assume take it
Better
tomorrow
that
and
you
do
better
it.
that
Yeah.
you do it, and also it's like slots for Theraval versus
Right.
for
Mine
you.
is just like
Yeah.
I can use those 6 level slots that
Yep, just
I'm
choom,
likely
choom,
never to
choom.
use anyway. So
That's great. And then also those will also help with sanity damage, which we also have to remember isn't.
yeah.
Yeah, what is Theraval at?
Both Theraval and Neb come back with clean slates, sanity-wise,
From the
death.
from the raised dead.
from the raised dead.
Oh, right. Okay.
However, Dabwick has 10 damage,
Wow.
Okay.
Bash has 13,
Oh, right.
Pandora has 5,
I have 5.
Gripper still has 0.
Amazing.
Who's the grown-up?
So some restorations will help with that tomorrow. We can also add to the list potentially for today if we want to some therapy.
Dora is open for business with her +7 modifier in intelligence.
I mean, would
I can't give it to myself. So if no one wants to come to therapy today, I might go to Dabs.
Yeah,
what
Dabwick
about-
would love to talk to you.
Can Theraval do therapy?
Surely
Yes.
can.
What's
What's your wisdom modifier?
+5?
Yeah.
Great. He is a solid choice.
Yep. That's what Stasi's was.
Also on the list, potentially considering raising Stanhope. That was a question mark in the air.
Yeah.
This is something maybe we should discuss in character, maybe. We also have Pandora has a lingering bit of thing
Yes.
floating in her head
Yeah.
from leveling that we might want to address today too.
I think before we leave this room,
Mm-hmm.
she's going to see who was still around. I think during the breakfast, when she was getting to know people and talking to them, She would have specifically sought out. We're in the university district.
Yes.
These are scholars, people good with languages. She would have sought out someone that she could check in with later in private.
Give me a diplomacy check.
28.
You absolutely get a lead.
Yeah.
Back during the banquet time, chatting up some folks. There's plenty of locals, as I said, plenty of locals that do take their meals here, and we're happy to repay you for the food with a lead on if you're interested in. And how would you put it?
Someone who's good with languages.
Yeah, great. Yeah, so you get a lead of a Professor Rupin, the Dean of Resurrection at the Imperial Beneficent College of Ancient Etymology and Lost Linguism.
It's a pretty
Lost
narrow field of
linguism.
study he's got there.
Dora's gonna retire here.
Yeah, it's a Professor Rupin at the Beneficent College would be the short version.
Then I think before,
You've got a location of that college and where to find him and a name that will get you into his office to chat.
Then I think she tells everyone she'll be back soon. If anyone wants to go with her, of course, more than welcome. In fact, I think maybe she will invite Theraval
Great.
to join her.
Awesome. That's a great wrap up to your morning's activities. For those two, does Dabs have an activity in mind today, or would Dabs want to take care of some shopping since it seems like the boys are getting drunk upstairs and there's much to buy?
Well, one of the boys.
Day drinking. Yeah.
I think Dabs, Pandora was clear. She's back to talk later.
Yep.
Like for the second 8-hour session
Yeah,
of the day.
sure.
But she just wants to wrap this one thing up.
Dabs could make a run.
Take
go get
Neb
stuff.
with you?
Yeah.
Let's just keep you playing with yourself.
Sure,
It's not
sure.
annoying at all. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate it. So let's imagine Pandora and Theraval heading up the street in the late morning hours, finding the wonderfully colorful Imperial Beneficent College of Ancient Etymology and Lost Linguism, making their way up to the 7th floor and finding the Dean of Resurrection's office, Professor Rupin, who's this...
Magnificent name.
I'm picturing tall, lanky, middle-aged Kadiran dudes, so very Mediterranean in appearance, salt and pepper hair, large, like circular pair of golden wire rim glasses that keep slipping down his very slender nose. He has to keep continuously adjusting and fussing with. And with a little bit of introduction by the way of this local that you met there, he's of course delighted to talk with you. But first, of course, what sort of tea can I offer you? I have on hand ginger and chamomile. I'm sorry, those are your two choices, but choose carefully. Adjusts glasses.
What is your favorite?
Always ginger. I like the little bit of
Little
kick.
kick.
Adjust glasses.
Understood.
And you, sir.
That sounds lovely, thank you.
Ginger all around. And then it's kind of like we experienced with Sister Thier. He has to make it all in front of you. He lets it steep. He shares the aroma with all of you, pours it out into these wonderful, very impressive
Pandora
cups.
likes Kathir so much.
And
People really care about doing things right.
15 adjustments of the glasses later, he's behind his desk, which is just covered, Katie, in ancient tomes. Which he has to move out of the way, and it is clearly like his area of expertise, as is demonstrated on all of the walls of bookshelves around him, is lost languages. He is someone who has dedicated his life to attempting to resurrect, hence the Dean of Resurrection, languages that have been lost to time, languages from lost empires, lost ages on Golarion. So what is it that I can help you with today?
Well, I've recently run across a phrase, a word,
Do tell.
translation that I am quite confident in, but I just can't.
Don't tell me. Let me see if I can guess. What is the word? Adjust glasses.
The word is Neruzavin.
It's a very unusual dialect, madam, but are you saying tiny container of divinity?
Cradle of heaven.
Cradle of heaven. Why did you pronounce it that way? And
How would you pronounce it?
So he pronounces it some completely different tack on the vowels and a different syllable stress.
She understands that.
And she understands it to be a bad pronunciation of the word. something's clicking in her head.
His
like
pronunciation is
Yes.
a bad pronunciation.
Yes.
Oh.
So something in the way he clearly believes this lost language that you are now speaking should be pronounced is not right.
I'm not going to tell him that.
No. But he's writing it out like in phonetics.
Yeah.
And then he's like, well, I do believe it's this word. And he writes it out in a language you have never before seen in your life, except, Katie, Pandora has. And immediately can connect those symbols to sounds and meaning. Still not quite connecting where from or what it is, but
Yeah.
she knows it. When she looks at it, it's like, oh yeah, there's somewhere in my head that is in there.
Is what he's doing a kind of thing that she could take the pen from him and
Yeah.
make adjustments and see it all come together like a jigsaw puzzle?
She is getting close. So, where did you come across this word? It's not on any of the relics that I've ever heard of being catalogued.
I fear you'll laugh at me.
Oh, I would never adjust glasses.
I had it in a dream. Not an ordinary dream.
I do, if you don't mind my pointing it out, recognize your heritage. There have been beings with very long lives somewhere in your history, madam. Perhaps an angel, or perhaps an Azata, and perhaps they lived there once. And this has somehow traveled through your... I'm quite beside myself. Adjust
I
glasses.
don't have a word for DNA.
Right,
But-
right. I wish I did.
Do you believe that? Do you believe generationally things are passed on?
I don't know that I would have before this moment, but how else would you recognize, without having studied it, the language of Nin Shabur?
Nin Shabur.
So, yes, Nin Shabur was once among the greatest, mightiest empires ever known on the face of Galarian. It was a very, very militaristic nation, and its armies had at one point conquered lands for all across Taldor and Avestan, most of Kazmaran, and even over into Osirian and Garund. Adjust glasses. Geographically, it wasn't located that far from here. I mean, it was literally a great distance as the crow flies, but geographically, Kadira and Taldor lie on the eastern shore of the inner sea, you know. To the east of both of the countries lies a mountain range. The World's Edge Mountains in the north, and the Zhou Mountains down here. Now, where Nin Shabur once lay was on the other side of those mountains, and what lies there now is basically nothing. A vast nothing, known sort of in total. He's got to have a globe, right? This dude,
Yeah.
he pulls out a globe. As the wind-swept waste, and he shows this very desolate, completely cityless expanse that covers a big chunk of the Kazmaran continent and part of Avestan. The windswept wastes. So in the north, on the edge of the Castrovan Sea, there's a stretch that has managed to grow grass and some other very tough greenery now. That's called the Whistling Plains. But to the south, it's what we call the Miraz Desert. It's a nearly lifeless place, especially in the heart of what's now called the Parchlands. But generally huge, inhospitable, and actually, adjust glasses, growing. Unlike the windswept plains where life is slowly returning, the Miraz Desert is eating more and more of central Kazmaran by the year. But sorry about the sidebar there, back to Nin Shabur. So it all started back in the Age of Creation. Now picture that period of history. He's so excited to picture it. Gods walking the surface of Galarian, yes, but also gods rampaging and destroying. Now, adjust glasses. The Windsong Testaments teach us that no sooner had mortal life been created than Rovagug the Destroyer gnawed his way out of the rifts through the astral plane and into our universe. Now, the first thing he did, the Destroyer, he immediately consumed 7 planets. But since they had no names or histories or any true potential, their taste was dull. He hungered for more. And so it was that his attention turned to the great triad of planets named in the Testaments as Earth, Androtha, and Golarion. 3 planets whose history was so young, but whose names had the potential to sing through the eons as hubs of consequence and power. Now, we know not whether Earth or Androtha survived his assaults, indeed, whether or not they even truly existed, of course, but we do know what legend says happened here. Adjust glasses. Sarenrae gathered under her banner the most unlikely collection of allies, gods of good and gods of evil, and they defeated, but did not slay, the rough beast in a battle at a site that would come to be known as Gormuz. Now, Sarenrae, according to the Testaments, of course, Sarenrae told the fledgling mortals of that age to avoid the sight. But when do we mortals ever listen? And as humanity rose on Casmaran, they found Gormuz and they felt, but they did not understand. They felt the power radiating from the site, and they built a city there, which would become one of the largest in the world. And civilization expanded out from there, growing eventually into this empire known as Ninshapur. Now, not only were mortals drawn to Gormuz, but so too was the herald of Rovagug, the Tarask. 5,000 years ago, or thereabouts, adjust glasses, the Tarask arrived, and the Tarask rampaged. It wiped the entire empire of Ninshapur from the face of the planet, ground the entire civilization into dust, half a continent, completely destroyed. Many scholars believe that before the Tarask, there was no windswept waste. The Whistling Plains were likely hundreds of miles of great cities, now lost forever. The Miraz Desert was once likely their farmland, now empty waste. Some believe the terrible parched lands may have preceded the time of the Tarask, but honestly, we'll never know, because all that survived the destruction of Ninshapur was what little was left where their armies had once passed. Small personal trinkets, slim, barely legible scraps of parchment, so forth. So those of us dedicated to trying to keep lost languages alive, we have so little to work with when it comes to this once beautiful tongue, but we do what we can with what little we have to work with.
What do you have to work with?
And he goes over to one of his shelves, and so, just picture hundreds upon hundreds of books in here, and like half a shelf filled with crumbling, partially preserved, like falling apart documents. And he takes them out very, very carefully and lays them all out on the desk. And as these are displayed to Pandora, she realizes she can read every single one of these because she speaks as her 18th language?
Yeah, 19.
19th language. She speaks Ninshapurian because at some point among the many lives she has led, she was Ninshapurian. You now are the only person on the planet, possibly, that speaks a language that died 5,000 years ago.
Wow. That's so cool.
So, Pandora was cyclically able to latch onto Neb's experience in this great library in Kravenkus, where he saw these vast maps of what was lying ahead to the south and the east, where Ulf seemed to be continuously pulling and was like, oh, holy shit, that's a gigantic 2,000-mile wide desert. If there's any chance he's going inside there, I gotta stay on the outside until I figure out exactly where, because I can't just march across 2,000 miles. Yeah. Pandora would immediately click onto, okay, so that is where Ninshapur was. And if Neruzavin is a Ninshapurian name for this city that has no real name in any language other than the Flying Polyp's tongue, if they even speak a language of their own, you may have just definitively I mean, you've got to narrow down to like
2,000 miles.
yeah, exactly,
Stretch.
half of a continent, but a direction at least.
Yeah.
Where is that in relation to Okano?
Okano, it's basically south of you, and where Ninshibur was east and southeast of you. So kind of in not the opposite direction, but
It's not on our way.
not on your way at all. No.
Like,
Well, when you teleport,
I-
everything.
Yeah, right.
fascinating.
I can't thank you enough. I wish I had some means of repaying you.
Oh, this bit of knowledge. Was repayment enough? Though, of course, my office hours do end at 6 p.m. I'm always open for an evening tea, madam.
I can't this evening, but if I'm still in Kavir, perhaps tomorrow.
I had to try. Adjust glasses. Very well, very well.
On the way back to the inn, Pandora asks Therivold,
What did you think of that?
Fascinating. Is that... What did you hope to find out?
I tend to temper my expectations. Usually what happens is better or more interesting than what I hope or expect.
Was that the case here?
Yes.
Neruzavin. Does that get mentioned in the dreams that he not that he's had yet, right? Not in the one dream.
yeah. She
Just
talked
the
about
one,
it.
the one dream, just the very only singular dream you had last night. Did that concept come up? And he would have understood it as the place below which the flying polyps are imprisoned,
Yeah, I
and
think,
the place in which Jamandor lies.
well, I think on this walk,
yeah.
she's
Okay.
certainly going to confirm that.
Confirm
Okay,
all that.
Yes.
And explain what Lowell's did.
Connecting those dots for what Therivold also
Yes.
experienced as he was dying, this like
Yes.
psychic connection to that shattering of the place that had been
Yeah,
happening.
and she'll say it in detail.
And I think what he's still very much lacking, and correct me if I'm wrong, because
Yeah.
maybe, but I feel like the piece of how did you get brought into this? I don't think he has that, right?
How could he?
Yeah.
Because Stasi,
Stasi didn't
wouldn't have been
know.
able to explain it.
No.
Because they also had to keep stuff from Stasi. Yeah, so that's a great question. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
she'll recap the last 4 acts. Or the first 3 acts.
In
in
enough detail to give him
yes.
an ability to walk around and
sh-
talk and think about
time it out so that right before they get to the inn, she's
Yes.
getting to the end of it.
Yeah.
Because at that point, she turns to him and says,
I understand you saw something that most people are not meant to see. That changed you, but you survived.
Yes.
As did I.
Yes.
I too looked into the face of storms and revenge.
Would he know Bukrug? Is that one that would have come up in the tapestry that he's...
What's your religion bonus?
My bonus is plus 17.
Yes.
Bukrug.
Yes,
You looked on Bukrug.
I had no choice.
This was during one of your dream walks, yes?
Yes, one of the gifts for the mad poet.
Yes.
You are not alone, is all I am saying.
Thank you. I feel I have been for some time without having the words to say that.
And speaking of not being alone, Crunchwise, they are literally weird feet buddies. Because upon recovery from death, we have indeed leveled up both Therivold and Neb to 12th level. They got to skip right the fuck over
"No, what the
11.
fuck?"
Wow.
I'm just jealous that administratively you got to skip a
Right,
level.
right.
I mean, I still had to do the leveling.
Well,
Anything you want to share about what Therivold has gained upon returning from the afterlife?
Yeah, like
So we know that he's got this glimpse beyond feet. So this thing that Pandora has, he also has the benefits and the complications therein.
Yes. I mean, it's
And you know what? We haven't really walked through
Yeah, I don't think we
your
know
stuff,
who
so
they
just
are.
take a sec to talk about him.
all right. I mean, it's he's a cleric.
Any archetype?
No, just
Straight up.
vanilla cleric. Skill-wise, he's got, he's very high on the knowledge, religion, and planes. He's got a pretty decent heal check. Diplomacy compared to my usual characters. It's pretty good. Combat casting, extra channel, and selective channeling. Knowledge, religion is his signature skill. He has the warrior priest feat, which gives him a +1 bonus on initiative checks and a +2 bonus on concentration checks made to cast a spell or spell-like ability. He's got quick channel, the quick channel feat, and now glimpse beyond.
What are his domains?
The domains are liberation and void, which are pretty
Liberation.
fucking awesome.
Great combo.
So the liberation, that ability is he can do cast freedom of movement 12 times a day, or no, 12 rounds a day. So yeah, liberation is all about freedom of movement type stuff. Void is all about flight and space, and so his domain spells for void are things like Featherfall, Levitate, Fly, Lesser Planar Binding, Overland Flight, Reverse Gravity, Greater Planar Binding, and at his 9th level domain spell is Interplanetary Teleport. For liberation, remove fear, remove paralysis, remove curse, freedom of movement, break enchantment, greater dispel, refuge, mind blank, and freedom are his domain
Those are
spells.
some
So
kick-ass
it's pretty
domains.
boss. Oh, he's got this ability called Part the Veil. You can lace spells you cast with the raw madness that waits in the outer darkness. Activating this ability is a swift action that you must use as you cast a spell that targets a single creature and allows a will saving throw to negate or reduce. If the target fails to resist the spell, the target is also confused for a number of rounds equal to the spell's level, as visions of the void cause temporary insanity.
Holy mackerel, Andy.
Yeah, and so he's a priest of the Black Butterfly, which we've certainly mentioned a bunch, but haven't really talked about. And I know there'll be more opportunity in the future, but just for those that aren't familiar with who this goddess is, the legend is that when Desna, the goddess of dreams, was placing the stars in the night sky, she made a pattern, the emptiness between, upon which upon completion, manifested itself as this whole other separate goddess who is an aspect of, maybe originally, of Desna, but eventually became her entire own thing, and her whole focus is on an obsession with outer space and the things that lie in the dark spaces between civilization and the worlds, specifically the Dark Tapestry. So she is a goddess of solitude, silence, outer space, and like Desna, travel and freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and another cool thing just about the Black Butterfly. Followers of the Black Butterfly are charged to have a random good deed every day that they just do without letting anyone know they do it. And so that's what asking Stasi if she needed help was his, like, that was his random act that day. And normally he's supposed to do it and forget about it and not know how it affected the person. And so this was a change for him, that he got wrapped up in the whole story of it.
What's
I
his
love
good
that.
deed today?
I was going to try to have him maybe peel off after Dora goes back and try to go find something. I don't know. I don't have that thing in my head.
Okay.
But I'm going to think on it.
Awesome, perfect. And talking about leveling, what's going on with Neb?
Yeah.
We've actually seen a bunch of Neb stuff before death,
But
let's talk a little bit about what we just did this week, Paul.
Right. We re-level Neb to be instead of the rot patron, to have the agility patron, which is quite of a different flavor.
That's, I was going to say that's
Amazing.
Little different. There.
So about like 3/4 of the spells that Neb used to know are just now gone entirely.
Yeah.
And Frederick comes in with an entirely different set of patron spells and an entirely different other set of spells that Paul wanted Frederick to have.
Including some synergy around freedom of movement, overland flight,
Yeah.
some mobility stuff there. Neb has, as witches do, a bunch of hexes and has a number of feats about doing things with those hexes, and most recently is able to split a hex
like to multiple targets.
to another target that I see. So yes, Neb's powerful.
Yeah.
Witches are cool.
Witches are very
Witches
cool.
are really cool.
And you've made the choice to take not a single spell with positive energy, despite the way he died. Feeling good about that choice? I mean, I'm assuming it was a choice, right?
The way it's been working with Dabwick to use a wand,
Yeah.
that's going to be Neb's
Awesome.
focus too.
Great. So Dabwick and Neb have spent this time doing a little bit of shopping, which we'll take care of offline and encapsulate later. But there is an encounter in the great market. While you're out shopping and buying a small fortune in fucking diamond dust, you do run across a trio of Yosoki. Frizzlefraz, Skadiz, and Hepses. They were part of the mischief of, which is the collective noun, the mischief of Yosoki that Neb had been staying with in the warrens near the Eastern Gate before going into the Mysterium a week ago. You run across them kind of frantically looking around the Great Market, and then when they see you, it's talking to each other, and then they skittle over, and the three of them are a little shorter than Neb, significantly lighter in color than Neb, so they're all in the white to tawny to ginger hues, much more fitted to blending into the kind of desert environment here. They look more like, desert mice than Neb, who looks kind of like a city rat, basically. Sort of dark-furred, big-toothed city rat.
Right.
Where have you been? Where have you been? Are you okay?
Friends, I'm fine. I am well. I am very well. This is my friend. I have a new friend. This is Dabwick.
Don't worry, Dabwick doesn't have to talk. We're really we've been looking all over for you because Minty got sick.
No.
Minty's one of the Rittens. Like a pup, like a kitten. Rittens. Minty's come down with a rash, and no one in the Warren has seen anything like this. And you were so good with the healing. We thought we had to come find you. But look, we need your help.
Of course, absolutely. Where do we go?
Follow us to the Warren.
Dabwick, follow me.
Does Dabwick follow?
Yes.
Does Dabwick turn into a Yosoki and follow?
Oh. So this is a long
That's
trek.
a great idea.
All the way up to the other side of the city, east out of the Great Market, across the Azure Canal, through the Sunset Crown, and down the Golden Path, past the slums, the horse market, and the fields, past a whole giant set of ruins, and tucked sort of near where these old ruins meet the Eastern Gate, there's just this hole in the ground where Yosoki go diving into, and it leads to a massive underground complex that's filled with hundreds of Yosoki, among whom you had been staying the week before.
Wow.
And they can take you, and so now it becomes a Yosoki?
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
totally fine. All right. Take you to this young lad named Minty, who has indeed come down with a terrible, terrible rash. Give me some heal checks.
Absolutely. Neb rolled an 11, but Dabwick rolled a 23.
Okay, so Dabwick knows what they are dealing with. Yeah, this particular rash that Minty has going on requires checks on the day, so Dabwick's estimation would be probably a 2 or 3 day tending process would be needed to be done. Now, this is something that you all could instruct the folks there on what to do, and they could make their checks to aid Minty obviously at a much lower bonus. Or one or the other could stay here with the mischief.
Is there a way I could instruct a caregiver? Is that what you were saying? That I could? Is there a check to be made on that?
No, you can do that. We can pass that along basically as an A. You've got a high enough bonus that we wouldn't even need to roll that. Could also be something if you have. Do you have remove disease prepared today?
Yes. I can cast.
Well, that would do it in what, a standard action.
All right. Remove disease.
Level check. D20 plus 12 for the dabs.
24.
And with a single touch of the hand, Dabwick is able to cure the young written Minty of this terrible desert rash. And there is much rejoicing from Frizzlefraz and Skidiz and Hepsis and...
You did it, Dabwick. Oh, yes, I did.
Yes.
Well,
Wait,
now,
Ulf is there too, and Frederick.
now you must stay. Hey, buddy, we're gonna stay. Now you must stay. Feast. Eat. Of course, it's not too long after you just had that gigantic feast.
Right.
No, my friends, I cannot stay. I must go with my friend here, Dabwick. We have work to do.
Giant, sad eyes. A little bit of pouty faces. A couple of tears.
Really hard.
Stay for a little.
Neb could really live a life here.
Minty reaches
life
up.
of happiness.
Minty reaches up. Don't go. Don't go. Don't walk into the dark and leave us, your new family.
Oh my god.
We will love you forever.
We'll never ask anything
I
of you.
can't tell if he's just being mean or if he's serious. Like, don't go with them.
Both.
Little column A, little column B.
Yeah, I feel it. But I really want Neb to be my backup character.
Awesome.
The
All
rat and the cat live to fight another day.
So somehow, Fuzzywick and Neb do depart, leave all those tearful eyes behind, and head back to rejoin the party. We'll continue this day's adventures next time. That's the end of chapter 186. Thanks, y'all.
Yay.
Oh, it's so sad at the end.
I don't know, not as sad as the, dying in a cage.
Dark Nexus is produced by Plug and Hum Productions. This podcast uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Incorporated, used under Paizo's fan content policy. This podcast is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, please visit paizo.com. That's Paizo.com. Dark Nexus uses music and soundscapes by Syrinscape. Check them out at Syrinscape.com. That's Syrinscape.com. Opening and closing themes, along with additional music composed by Rob Kauzlaric. Artwork for Dark Nexus is by Matt Wahlquist. And thanks to DMCP, Richard and Ari, Paul and Shannon, Scotty, Jason, Jess, Joe, Chelsea, Matt, Dave, Derek, Darren, Michaela, J.H., the Biscuit Buddies, and everyone we've gamed with over the years for all the memories and inspiration. I got a thing to share.
Share it.
Share it.
Then
share it.
Share it.
I made a thing.
What is
Show me-
it?
show me the-
Why don't you share it?
Why won't you
Oh my
share
god.
it?
Look at your screens and shut your cake holes.
Ooh.